Hello everyone, this is Sonic Fiend, and it's been a long time coming, but finally, let's start talking about the status of the channel, namely what's been the biggest ongoing project I think I've ever had in like all my years YouTubing, like even including the first channel. Let's fiend over Fate Grand Order. And I'm just having Smash footage up on the screen so there's something to watch while you listen to me waffle on. I made a me of, or attempted to, I made a me of Gudako from the FGO comic, so first time playing with Mii Brawler, enjoy the scrubbery. I promise it's not that great. But anyway, Fate Grand Order has been probably like one of the biggest pleasant surprises of the year I started it, which was, God, when did the first video go up? It's already been over a year. I think we're in 2020 now. So 2018, yeah. Or 2019. No, it was 2019. I'm bugging out, I think. Anyway, suffice to say, like, as someone who did not really have that much stake in the Fate franchise as a whole, at first, I was doing it just to test out, like, you know, recording on my then new desktop. I'm still using the same one. Nothing's changed in that regard. But, you know, eventually, you know, after the 7-part trial basis, so to speak, I just grew to love it, and it was something I actively looked forward to recording. You know, there's been hiccups now and there in regards to, like, uploads. I try and keep it consistent until, you know, recently. So it's no surprise, probably no surprise to anyone, that I use an emulator to record, because at the time I didn't have a phone that could really support like how big that game was. It probably is going to get bigger just because, you know, there's always updates, as there are wont to be. So I was using an emulator. I didn't have anything else to record with at the time. And, you know, I've gotten over the hiccups before. Like, you know, there was a period once where, like, a game update happened, and, like, no one, like, if anyone else played on emulator, they also could not, like, log in or do anything. So that kind of, you know, that kind of kicked me out for a while. It got better. Spoiler, it got better. And then, you know, I kept recording as usual. The last part I did was, let me pull it up now, actually, so I don't misspeak. So the last public part of Fate Grand Order I put out was part 102? Where are you? No, I'm not trying to delete it. Go forward. Yes, so that was part 102. We're in the third singularity. That was, let's see. Okay, so that went up on March 2nd. So 2 months have passed since, and, you know, as I'm sure I don't need to tell anyone, things happened. The world kind of broke because of, you know, the pandemic that's been ongoing. And, like, I was getting signs of that. Like, my job was on and off at risk. I didn't know what was going to happen, so that kind of bummed me out for a while. And then eventually, like, I think 2 weeks after that part went up, you know, I officially, our business essentially had to be closed because it's not essential, even though we sell refrigerators, but, you know, I guess that's not essential enough. The real reason is because, like, as you know, I live in New York City. New York is the epicenter of this entire pandemic here in the United States. And as a result, you know, any business in Midtown, like where my job was located, they didn't want us operating. Like, unless basically, if you were in Midtown, unless you were working for someone who, were like a pharmacist, like a Dwayne Reed, or, right, if you know your U.S. chains, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you explicitly were in food service. If you were one of those two, you could possibly still be able to work, and even then, like, some local delis Like one of my favorite delis that was really next door to my place of work, they got shut down too. So I guess only the bigger ones could really afford to stay up in any capacity. But in regards to that kind of kicked me down a bit. And then even after that fact, the emulator I've been using for Fate, like, I don't know if the game had another update or if the emulator bugged out, but I've not been able to launch that game since. I've since tried like other means of recording, and for some reason I just cannot get Fate going. Like, rest assured, let me not put my foot in my mouth. Let me actually look for it right this second. I'm pretty sure I still have the backup code. Give me one moment. Yes, I do. I do still have the backup code to like get my account going again when I can get it going again. At this point, it's a matter of when and how, because another big thing with like lack of YouTube uploads in general, it's because since everything broke out, I've not been able to do live recording since, just because like the living situation here has changed. I won't get into details, but if I say it's a lot harder for me to do live parts, and Fate Grand Order is a live playthrough. Like, you're getting all my reactions live, and maybe it's just me being stubborn, but I really, really don't want to change that. I kind of want my like my experience to be as raw and new as possible to everyone watching. And as a result, that's been a hamper. If I can get it going again, there is also there's a possibility of doing it in post, but it wouldn't be the same, if that makes sense. And there's also if I can get it going again on something, like I have a tablet now, like a decent tablet. I picked it up because to beat my negative feelings. I've been attempting to draw digitally for the first time. It's I don't draw well, I don't think, but I've been making little funnies, and some people like it, so I'll keep at it while getting serious about it, so to speak, in my own time. But besides the fact, I do have a tablet. It can it's decent enough. I could probably boot it up on there, but even then, I don't know how to record games off a tablet. Maybe if there's software for that, someone can let me know. I haven't really entertained the thought, because I can't imagine any other way of it happening. Sans there are ways to record it. I've seen it done before, but they either require parts that are way too expensive for me to justify getting right now. I'm on unemployment, so financially I'm still okay, but it's still a big investment for something that I'm not even sure this desktop can run properly. And B, how would I get the same experience? I don't know. I'm kind of I don't have a script. I'm kind of rattling this off for the first time now. It's very, very odd for me, because I have a setup where I record on the desktop and I make edits live as they happen. I can't do the same thing on a tablet, namely because OBS doesn't really run on a tablet. That's what I've been using for videos and streaming. That's the other thing. Even though I can't record Fate Grand Order the same way anymore, I do I have an Elgato capture device. That's how you're viewing this now. I used to just manually save the recordings from my Switch and upload them that way, but now I can just record the gameplay live as it happens. So I have been attempting to get back into streaming on Twitch. I do have an ongoing Pokemon Shield Nuzlocke, so I haven't really put out like the updates of when I go live on like the community for the YouTube channel, just because I didn't know if I was going to keep going past the first part. But I have one of my very best friends like helping me out with it, just like keeping me company, co-commentary. It's always, this sort of stuff is always better done like with someone, I think. Not that I can't do solo stuff. I'm accustomed to doing that by now. Obviously, Fate Grand Order is a solo order, but yes, if I say I've been doing that, I've been attempting other games, like variety games. I've been trying like a World of Light Nuzlocke for Smash. I've done Pokemon. I've done other things. Like I might be starting a new game plus for Royal, Persona 5 Royal soon. You know, like the world's the oyster when it comes to streaming, but again, you know, the situation's not the same. So all I'll say is keep posted. For now, Fate Grand Order's on hiatus, but you know, it won't be the end of everything. I'll find a way to come back. Thank you for listening. I've been Sonic Fiend, and have a great day, everybody.